What's going on, everybody? Tyson from VS Card Hub coming back and getting caught up on a few things that have come out. Late Merry Christmas to everybody. Took a little bit of time to spend with family and gonna spend the holidays. Took a little break from cards, but a few things come out, so doing a little catching up on some of these retail products. First out the chute, Phoenix 2025 Phoenix NFL Mega Boxes. Pretty much the final Chromium release before we start getting into the world of Prism and Select. These are always super fun. Phoenix is a cool set. We have opened up the premium boxes earlier, or I guess they were the preferred boxes, which basically took the place of the H2 boxes from last year. Preferred boxes were super cool. We did get the Jackson Dart Color Blast, which if you saw the short that was posted, gave a little update on that. Jackson Dart Color Blast did come back a 9.5 from Beckett. Gem Mint 9.5. I thought it was going to be at least a 10, a gold label 10, but they did mark down the corners and the centering just a bit. So yeah, not bad. We'll take a 9.5 on that. I think it's still a pretty beautiful card. I thought it was in really, really good shape. But anyways, Phoenix Mega Boxes. These are the Walmart style. I actually got them from GameStop. Same style between the two. 7 cards per pack, 6 packs per box. We're looking for the Pyramids Parallels as well as the Yellows. 250 card set, 150 base, 100 rookies. Here's a look at the checklist of what we're looking at in here. The big thing that I noticed that's not in here this year is the Phoenicians. I pulled a ton of Phoenicians last year. I think I pulled probably 4 or 5 Phoenicians, Phoenician autographs. Super cool cards. Those ones, I'm not seeing them in here. Our main case hits, we're looking at the Color Blast and the Archetype. Other than that, we still have our Thunderbirds that we've seen before. The Contours come back again. Paragons. Pretty much this is just like some of the previous stuff that we've gotten, where you have the base insert, kind of like Mosaic. Base insert, and then you have your insert parallels, which are numbered. So we saw that in Mosaic, where you could get the little inserts, like the notoriety and everything, and then the actual colored version, like the reactive blue version of those inserts, were the ones that were numbered. So we're looking at pretty much the same thing here, where you have your inserts, and then if you actually get one of the parallel styled ones, those are the actual numbered version of the insert. So kind of interesting how they broke that up. But Phoenix is always a fun product. Usually it's a late season product, which I guess at this point, yeah, we're after the Christmas holiday, getting close to New Year's, if not New Year's by the time this comes out. Yeah, it's usually a late season product, so everything's been really jumbled up and kind of mushed with how Panini's trying to get stuff out the door. But Phoenix is always a fun set. It's super underrated. They have good looking cards. This is our Phoenix design. They at least gave this guy a little bit better picture. Curtis Rourke, some of his other pictures are pretty terrible, but they at least gave, got a good design here. Phoenix is always a fun design, super underrated. If you want memorabilia cards like the RPAs, the patches, anything like that, you have to go for either the preferred boxes or the hobby boxes. Retail does not get the memorabilia or patch cards in Phoenix, so keep that in mind. Starting out with a Bryce Young on the Mosaic style. Not Contours Amon-Ra. Very nice card, not numbered. So not a bad start. Nice little Amon-Ra there on the Silver Prism. Ooh, we got a blue already. So we got a blue Mosaic. There's Ashton Genty on top. George Pickens. Nice little color match. That one is numbered to 385. So I think this is actually the Pyramids. They call it the Pyramids in here, even though it's Mosaic. Yeah, base light blue Pyramids. Even though it's the Mosaic style, they call it Pyramids because Phoenix, and going with the whole, yeah, kind of like the Phoenician and that whole kind of Egyptian style, I guess. Thunderbirds Matthew Golden. These ones are not numbered. These are the base inserts, which at least have the prism design to them. And then if you get them with the Mosaic or Pyramid, quote unquote Pyramid style, those are the ones that are going to be numbered for you. It's not a terrible start. At least one numbered card. We'll actually make a separate pile for all the numbered stuff. Kind of see how it looks coming out of here. So it looks like there's Donovan Ezraku and Matthew Stafford on the contours. So it looks like we're getting like basically like two parallels per pack, which is not bad. Kind of rivaling Mosaic. Mosaic, at least when you go through the mega boxes, they do have a few more hits. There's Robbie Ozutz, Brock Purdy, contours. And then our base. Yeah, so it's looking like one base card, two parallels / inserts, and then rest base cards. There's Jack Besh. Caleb Johnson on the Pyramids. That one is not numbered. Sam Darnold, Thunderbirds. Justin Fields, unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not sure what his career holds because every year he does the same thing. Starts out like he looks semi-decent. I think that's a Paragon there. Semi-decent, and then Justin Fields just falls apart. There's Chamir DK and a Mika Egbuka on the Paragon. This is the base version. Should be the base version. Not numbered. Egbuka kind of fell off too, but we'll see what happens next year. See if Mike Evans is back or if he chooses to retire. At least have a decently young team there in Tampa Bay. There's Curtis Rourke again. Justin Fields on the Thunderbirds. Oh, Bynum and Braden Fisk. So not bad. It's a fun set. These are the mega boxes. I got them from GameStop. I think they were $60, right? $60, and then with your GameStop discount, they ended up coming down to like $55. And I had like $10 in rewards. There's CD Lamb on the contours. So yeah, they ended up averaging out to like $53 or $54, which isn't terrible. Like I said, Phoenix is usually a fun product. I usually enjoy it. Super underrated. You can get some fairly decent stuff out of here. There's Colston Loveland, Christian McCaffrey on the Thunderbirds. So nothing too crazy so far. One numbered card. We got no autos, no big hits. Looking to see if this second pile can kind of change that up a bit. There's RJ Harvey. There's Cam Scatabo. We'll take that. Jahmyr Gibbs on the Thunderbirds. Luckily, it's not a huge checklist, so you're not going to get saddled with a bunch of guys that you've never heard of. A lot of older vets like you see in some of these other products that have like 400 and 500 name checklists. This one is down at 250. Keeps it fairly simple. Another Paragon. Looking at Michael Penix. Hopefully he gets better and comes back next year. Looks pretty good. We'll see. Oops. Yeah, put him over there. Keep him out of our numbered pile. Again, we'd love to see another Color Blast. The Visionary would be kind of nice too. See something nice. There's JSN Thunderbirds. Go with that Sam Darnold we pulled a little bit ago. We got about 5 packs left, I believe. Looks like about 5 packs. Cord. There's Mike Haynes, so you will get some. We'll get a few vets here and there. There's a nice Jackson Dart on the Thunderbirds. I think the Giants can kind of figure themselves out. They're set up for to be a good team next year. Get Scattaboo back. Get Neighbors back. There's T-Slaw, Bucky Irving on the silver. Neighbors, speak of him. If you haven't seen it, go look up the Malik Neighbors IHOP commercial. Actually pretty good. Pretty good. They kind of poke some fun at fantasy. Ooh, there's a lime green. There's Jonnu Smith, Prescott, Olave, Armstead, Nick Scorton, and we're looking at J.J. McCarthy on the lime green. And Travion Henderson, rookie contours, the lime green. We are numbered out at 285, 37 of 285. Not terrible. We'll take it. We'll see if he can kind of get it together. He was starting to look a little better here late in the season. But yeah, he was JJ McCarthy kind of had a rough season. Hurt, or well, quote unquote hurt. Wink, wink. Well, Carson Wentz got beaten to the ground. There's Caleb Williams on the Thunderbirds. Came back, actually played kind of terrible, and then played semi-decently. Actually, we're going to sleeve up Caleb. Most of these are going to get sleeved afterwards. Yeah, lost my train of thought there. Yeah, JJ McCarthy. We'll see what happens next year with him. See if we can kind of figure it out. Morrison, there's Vinny Testaverde, so we are getting a few. Tyler Shuck, super underrated. Super underrated. Tyler Shuck is just like killing it right now. I want to say it was like among even veteran QBs. He's got like one of the highest accuracy rates right now. Pretty much like a top rated QB. If New Orleans can get their receivers back, get a healthy running back core, and just fix their offensive line, Shuck could actually be really good next year. Get an off season to grasp the offense. Oh, there we go. A little Vinny Testaverde autograph. How about that? That one is numbered. We're looking at numbered to 99. Vinny Testaverde autograph and an Ashton Genty Paragon. Very nice. Not a bad little way to end it. Ashton Genty probably going to go in the PC. Potentially go out with my next grading order. We'll see. I might send some stuff to tag. There's a Vinny Testaverde autograph last pack mojo. So there we have it. Not a terrible rip. The mega boxes I think are probably the better way to go, because usually with the with the blaster boxes, there's going to be packs where it's just all base, and you may end up with half your boxes, 3/4 of your box, and the blasters are just base. So it seems like the mega boxes, in my opinion, especially going off of previous years, the mega boxes usually had the better range of hits. It does seem like it's down a little bit this year compared to what we saw last year with how much we were getting like the contours out of there and stuff, but not terrible, not bad. I still would rather open the preferred boxes personally. But our numbered cards: Vinny Testaverde 99, JJ McCarthy 285, and George Pickens, this one was to 385. And then not a terrible pile of inserts and parallels. Pretty much one of the big things you're looking for out here is just the numbered cards, and then you're obviously looking for your case hits. So I'd say if it's something you're looking to rip, you can find them at a decent deal, especially like GameStop when you get the 5-10% off, plus you got coupons and everything. Phoenix isn't bad. It's a cool set. It's underrated, but it's a decent set, and it's one that's probably going to be missed once Panini doesn't have the license anymore. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I think it's pretty good. I'd probably open it again. I wouldn't go too crazy. Yeah, because it's kind of case hit or bust, or numbered cards or bust, and it does seem like it's down on hits this year. But anyways, yeah, hope you appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Greatly appreciated. I'll catch y'all next time.